Good evening. In case you've been living under a rock, I lived in Florida last year for about 4 months at Disney World. While I was there, I found a lot of Disney stores around town. But not like the real Disney stores, like the off-brand ones. And there were a lot. I found it really weird how all these stores had huge signs that usually said Disney right on them. But Disney wasn't doing anything about it. And these stores obviously weren't owned by Disney. So this just made me think, are these places selling the toy equivalent of Times Square Mickey Mouse? So my friend Cassidy and I decided to go on a mission to find out just how legit these Disney stores really are. Our first stop was, of course, Supermarket and Gifts, or as the sign says, Cash and Carry Supermarket with K's. It looks like it's like a bandage and it's holding his head on. We're at our first store. I actually have that water bottle. So this place was chaotic. They had a good amount of legit Disney merch, but there was so much, it was just everywhere. We were also the only people in the store, and they were watching us the entire time, so this was me hiding my camera. I don't think these are real. They can't be. They look so real. Oh god.
Disney.
That has a... No, I don't think it's knockoff. Copyright Disney. These shirts are just everywhere. They have these at Walmart and Target and the dollar store. This is totally me. They had these enormous signs for just random brands that I don't think they were actually selling anything for, but they were cool. There's so much stuff everywhere. It just made me claustrophobic. It is so cramped in here. I feel like you could legitimately get lost. Other than the insane amount of Disney stuff, they had this like convenience store section that just sold food, and then they had the normal tourist trap stuff that they have everywhere. Good thing they have my name. Here are the buttons with an attitude. Elvis. Lust at First Sight. BTS. I think the only thing these do is turn on and off. They just flash.
Damn. It's the right time. And if I put it into military time, it'll say that it's at 2 a.m. still.
So we just finished at the first place. I think they had a surprising amount of actual licensed Disney stuff. I thought they would have a lot more just like knockoff stuff. I think the freakiest thing we saw were the sharks in the bottles.
That was scary. Like, this is a children's store.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if they were real. But yeah, lots of just cheap Disney stuff and normal tourist trap stuff. Our next stop was Disney Gifts, but little did we know. I think they're closed.
We can window shop.
Oh, yeah, they're only... Oh, they're open from 9 to 2 and then from 4 to 9.
What the fuck kind of hours are those?
This was a gut punch. From the outside, it looked like more of the same stuff from the last store, but I guess we'll never truly know. This could have been the store that sells Walt Disney's Frozen Head, or just Mario toys, because apparently they got Mario toys fresh out of the box, just little statue things. This place has $5.99 shirts, but the last place had 5 shirts for $10, so I think the last place is the winner as of right now. We moved on to our next store, Gift Shop, hoping for some better luck. Only about 500 feet down the street from our last stop, we were worried we'd face a similar problem, but fortunately... It's open, or at least the sign says it is.
OP,
Disney tees $5.99, Florida t-shirts $1.99 and up. There's one set of doors over here with an open sign, and there's another set of doors over here with an open sign. I don't know where to go. The The first thing we saw when we walked in were these pins, which really threw us for a loop. In case you're not in the know, Disney is very protective of their pin sales, and fake pins are a big problem for them, so we were rightfully suspicious. After a bit of digging around, we found that a good amount of them were from international Disney parks, mostly from Paris and Hong Kong. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't trust these pins, but I'm definitely not saying you should.
What character is this?
That's dull.
This one still has a lot of stuff, but you don't feel as trapped here. Because you can like see around, and all the racks aren't 8 feet tall.
Is it real Disney? Or, no, it's not. This is just a mouse with bow on head.
You can become an officially licensed lifeguard with this officially licensed lifeguard merchandise. You could save somebody's life.
Now this place had a good amount of non-Disney merch. They got Mario, they got Minecraft, they got Fortnite, they got these cool shirts, they got these cool signs that you put up on your door. This place had it all, man. And to top it all off, they were selling license plates. Yeah, like real license plates. Don't ask me how they got them, because I don't know, and I really don't want to know, but I'm just happy I got my picture. Disney Gifts in Comic Sans this time was next. Despite the crazy birds in the parking lot, this was probably my favorite store that we went to. They had all the normal cheap gift and tourist things the other stores had, but it was just so much more organized and it felt inviting. They had the suspicious pins too, but I think Cassidy put it best.
Everything here is fun.
Seems really painful.
It's not accurate. A pig's supposed to be 7 feet tall.
Like that.
They did have some racks that were completely empty, so maybe they were restocking, but it was better than feeling like you couldn't move. They also had this really nice Hallmark ornament section. They also had a ton of Hallmark cards, so they're probably a Hallmark retailer, which gives them some legitimacy. They also had this creepy animal section. Disney Gift Outlet was our last store.
This one has a bald eagle and a space shuttle on the front. And Batman and Kylo Ren.
It had a lot of the same stuff as the other places, but some things made it feel more, conservative. It seemed more Florida focused than Disney focused, but at least that gave them an identity.
Think that's a real snake?
It's an alligator. If it was a snake, it would be in your boot.
I then killed Cassidy. Honestly, going into this, I was expecting these stores to be full of cheap, knockoff Disney merchandise, considering they were using a copyrighted name on their sign, but it's interesting to see how much legit merch they have. Sure, most of what they have are cheap tourist gifts you could get in Las Vegas or Niagara Falls, but at least with the Disney stuff, you're paying a fraction of what you would spend on Disney property. I wouldn't say I completely trust these places now, but I don't think they're scams.